Hi friends, it's Miss Jenifer at Somerset Academy of Music, and today I'm going to show you how to play the primary chords for the key of G major. That's right, I'm going to take you through and show you how to play the three major chords in the key of G major with all the correct fingerings. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank you for watching, and if you find this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. I'm going to start with the right hand. So anytime we build a cadence, and what I'm going to be showing you, demonstrating today, is called the full authentic cadence, which is built on the first note, the fourth note, and the fifth note of a major scale. In this case, we're doing the G major scale. The G major scale has F sharp. That's important to know. If you'd like more information about how to play the G major scale, I will put a link right here. So we're going to be building the chords again, as I said, on the first note, the fourth note, and the fifth note of the scale. That's the G, C, and D. Okay, so we'll start with the G, the one chord, what we call the one chord because it's built on the first note of the scale. It is G, B, D with 1, 3, and 5. The next chord we're going to go to is C. The notes of the C chord are C, E, and G. What we're going to do is, instead of playing the G here, we're going to move it down to here to make it easier to play, to go from G to C. So the notes for that, instead of being C, E, G here, we're going to play G, C, E like this. So G, C, E with 1, 3, and 5. And then our final chord is going to be D major. And I'm going to show you how to play D7 as well. I think that the dominant 7, this is what we call the dominant 7 chord, we're going to be adding, instead of just doing the D major chord, which is D, F sharp, A, we're going to be adding the C to that chord, which turns it into D7, or a D dominant 7 chord. And what we're going to do with that to play the dominant 7 chord is we're going to take the C, and instead of playing it here, we're going to move it right there. We're going to take the A and throw it out, and then we're going to take the F sharp and move it right here. So that's the dominant 7. I'll show you the regular D major chord. If you want to play that instead, that's fine. It is D, F sharp, A. And we're just going to take these two notes and move them lower. So we're going to play them down here instead of up here. So we're going to have them like this. F sharp, A, and D is D major. But when I demonstrate the cadence, I am going to also show you the dominant 7 chord, D7, which is F sharp, C, and D. I know I'm going through a whole lot of theory really quickly here, but this video is really more about learning how to play these chords, not really the theory behind them. Okay, so the order in which we play these chords is as follows. We're going to start with the 1 chord, G, B, D, with 1, 3, 5. Then we're going to move to the 4 chord, which is the C chord. And we're going to play it G, C, E with 1, 3, 5. Then we're going to go back to the G chord, G, B, D with 1, 3, 5. Then for the dominant 7, we're going to take our thumb and put it here. Now, when we go to play this F sharp, what you want to be careful of is, you see how these fingers slid into the piano? So what you want to do is you want to do that and reach the F sharp by sliding in, and not by twisting your arm like this to reach them. There's no need to keep these fingers way out here. That's why piano keys are long like this, so we can slide in. So when you go to play the F sharp, just go ahead and slide your fingers in there. It makes it much easier to reach those, okay? So that's the dominant 7 chord, the D7 chord, F sharp, C, D. And if you want to play D major instead, that's going to be F sharp, A, D with 1, 2, 5. The dominant 7 chord is 1, 4, 5. And then we finish off by coming back to the 1 chord, which is G, B, D with 1, 3, 5. Yeah, again, I know I'm going through a lot of information really quick, but I'm just trying to make this a quick video where you can learn these chords pretty quickly. I'll go through just with the chord names like this. We got G, C, G, D7, back to G. Now I'll go through it with D major instead of the D7. Looks like this. G, C, G, D, G. Okay? So notice that the right hand, as it played through these chords, we kept using the 3rd finger. When we went to the dominant 7 chord, that was the only time we switched to the 4. And when we went, if you go to D major instead of D7, you're going to use the 2. That's the only time you don't use the 3, is on that D chord. Okay, let's take a look at the left hand. Everything's exactly the same. As far as the letters go, the fingerings are different though. So we start again with the G chord. That's G, B, D with 5, 3, 1. Then we switch to the 4 chord, which is C major. And notice that we also switched to the second finger, not the third finger. You don't want to use your third finger there. That puts a lot of tension on this tendon that connects these three fingers. So we always want to switch to the second finger when we do that one. So that's the C chord or the 4 chord, which is G, C, E with 5, 2, 1. We're going back to the G chord, 5, 3, 1. And then we're going to go to the dominant 7 first. I'll show you the 5, 7, which is D7 first. Again, notice how my hand slides in. These fingers on the white key slide in so that my pinky doesn't have to, my arm doesn't have to twist to reach that F sharp. Just go ahead and slide it in there. That's F sharp, C, D with 5, 2, 1. If you want to do it as D major instead, then you're going to use 5, 3, 1, but you're going to play the A instead of the C. That's the only difference between a D major and a D7. Okay, and then we always finish off back to the 1 chord G. So those chords again are G major, C major, G major, D7, G major. Now I'll do it with D major instead of D7. G major, C, G, D major, G major. All right, let's look at hands together. Now it gets a little trickier because as we've noted, the hands use a little bit of a different fingering. They both start with third fingers here, but when we go to the 4 chord, the right hand's using 3, left hand switching to 2, back to both third fingers. When we do the dominant 7, left hand's using 2, right hand's using 4. If we do major, we're going to actually use the 3 and the 2, back to G. So I'll do them a little smoother. That's G, C, G, D7, G. Now I'll do it with D major. G, C, G, D major, G major. All right, I hope you found that helpful. And again, if you found it helpful, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And always feel free to share my videos with your friends and family. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video real soon. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.